Randy brought Mariana to this country. He gave her a job and a place to live. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, don't you think that Randy deserved better than a tire iron upside the back of the head?
The pig deserved a lot worse for what he did to Mariana.
It seems like a motive to me.
Oh, come on, Trevor. You know damn well that Mariana didn't kill Randy. You, on the other end, I wouldn't put it past. Maybe you're the one who killed him, and now you're trying to pin the murder on Mariana.
Oh, Richie, come on, don't lie. But if you want to, go ahead, take that theory to the police. I think that all the hard facts will lead directly to Mariana. So I beg of you, ask Mariana what she prefers. A life sentence in the joint, or one playing house with you. Either way, it's all fine by me. Come on, what is it going to be? Mariana's freedom, or those peers that you are so desperately trying to hold on to?
Johnny Sakara can't make a move without control of the waterfront. And the thing is, as long as Rick owns the piers, then, you know, the peace should hold.
Well, is it safe to assume that my life won't be in danger for the next few hours? I need to make a conference call to Milan, and I really don't want to reschedule.
What makes you think I want to walk away?
Don't do that.
But do what?
Don't pretend like you care. When we both know the only reason why you considered giving our relationship another shot was so you could keep me from pressing charges against Elizabeth.
Come on, Sam. I wouldn't be standing here trying to work things out if I didn't have any feelings for you.
I thought we agreed that Jake would be safer if no one ever knew you were his father.
Yeah, it would be.
Well, then why risk telling Monica? I know she's in pain and you want to help her, but how many more people can we trust with this secret before the truth finally comes out?
You were pretty clear about your feelings for me the night you kicked me out of your house.
Because I was angry.
Okay, fine. And I don't blame you for hating me.
And I don't hate you, Sam.
Okay, but you don't trust me either. So why are you working so hard to convince me that you care when we both know that you don't?
Because I told myself that I would be better off without you in my life. But then...
Then what? Then Elizabeth got into an accident and needed you to make everything right? And then you were suddenly willing to make things right with me? You did it out of love for her, Lucky, not me.
You know what? When you got hit by that car, I realized how much I still care about you. Seeing you in that hospital bed, knowing you almost died, I just don't want to be angry anymore. I want to try and make this work.
Okay. I don't want you with me
But
out of pity.
I
Lucky.
want to be with you, Sam. Why are you pushing me out?
Maybe because I don't want another broken heart.
You know, I know that we can make this work. As long as we promise to be honest with each other.
Jason, I know how hard this is for you. Every time Jake does something new, all I can think about is you and how you're not there to see it. It's not right that our little boy is growing up without you.
You send me pictures all the time.
It's not the same. It's not the same as being there to hold him when he cries or to rock him to sleep.
No, it's not. But it helps me that I know that you're taken care of. Yeah,
This is Epiphany Johnson calling from General Hospital. I thought you should know that your mother's just been brought into the ER.
What happened?
She had an accident. She lost control of her car.
I tell you, I always knew you were a cold-hearted bastard, but this is low even for you. Now you're gonna frame an innocent woman for murder.
Richie, come on. Don't malign me. This is business.
You know what, Mariana?
Don't take it personally.
Mariana just went through hell, okay? She's just started to turn her life around. I just started to turn my life around. And you're gonna come in here and you're gonna destroy it, Trevor, like always. How am I supposed to feel?
You're a man and a Lansing. So act like one. Put your moral outrage aside and all your hurt feelings. Now, come on, let's do some business.
Why does everything have to be an ultimatum with you, okay? I'm your son. Why can't you just let me be happy?
What do you think I'm trying to do? Do you think I would waste my time with anybody but you? I want you to be happy. I want you to be a hero. So, sign the paper. And then you can offer Mariana a fresh start.
Yes, and you get Alcazar's waterfront property, right?
Well, it's small enough payment for happily ever after.
Let me ask you something. Was I that big of a disappointment to you?
Oh, come on, Richard, it's a new day. Don't rehash your shortcomings.
Yeah? There were so many, weren't there, Dad, huh? I mean, after all, I was never good enough. I was never smart enough. No matter how many A's I brought home, no matter how many awards I got, I never quite measured up to your standards. Why? Because every time you looked at me, huh, you saw failure. But not mine. Yours. My mother walked out on you, Dad. And you've been punishing me for it ever since. Come on. When's it gonna end?
When you sign the papers.
Do you not have any feelings for me whatsoever? Do you even care that the woman that you are trying to frame is important to me? Do you even care that after years of being in a downward spiral of hatred, I finally freed myself? This woman is a chance for me. Mariana is a chance for me, Dad. Come on, you're my father. Can't you just once step up and do what's right for me?
You don't have to do that.
Do you have any idea how hard it was to sell Warren James on the idea of a sister magazine to Couture? Huh? I am not going to shake his confidence in me by blowing off an important conference call to one of the biggest fashion houses in Milan,
Kate,
honey.
please, just, can you... You don't have to act this way with me. You don't have to pretend like everything's fine when I know it's not. You're scared.
I am not making excuses to be busy, Sonny. Okay, the first issue of Crimson sat untouched on my desk while I spent days convalescing in the hospital. It's going to take weeks, if not months, to get it back on schedule.
So you're just going to throw yourself back into work and just forget that you were just shot and that my son was the one who did it?
Well, it's not likely with this glaring reminder on my chest.
Okay, listen. It was my son who picked up the gun, and you know why he did that? Because he was protecting his family. Out of fear, which is kind of what you're doing right now.
Sonny, I have a life of my own, okay? I can't, nor do I want to put it on hold. If you tell me that you've made a truce with the Zakars and that everything is better now, well, I believe you.
Okay. Why are you running?
When we got married, I knew that Sonny was a part of the package. I mean, you made it clear that he would always be a part of our lives. I just never realized how much.
We're gonna have to get past the pain and the anger. Jax, you know, we have to move on with our lives.
Yeah, I've tried putting my animosity aside for the sake of everyone, for the sake of the kids. And it cost us our baby.
Hey!
Hey,
How was the arcade?
Very, very crowded. Oh, we got ice cream instead. We're trying to pack some mint chocolate chip.
Ooh, that's my favorite.
Yeah. What's in that bag?
He got you a present.
You got me a present.
We thought you could hang out over the baby's crib.
Richie, I'm really happy to get into this with you, finally. You see, there is a big difference between need and want. For instance, you remember the black and white ball? Your life was threatened. You needed a blood transfusion, and I wanted that for you, so I got it. But there's a big difference between that and the properties. You don't need the properties. And it's not right that you have them. You wanted to be a power broker, but as your father, I am under no constraint to do what you...
When have you ever been a father to me? From the time I was old enough to talk, you shipped me off to a boarding school and you left me there to rot.
Come on, Richie. You did very well for yourself. I gave you a first-class education, which opened up a hell of a lot of opportunities for you to succeed in life.
Yes, as long as I was not part of your life, right, Trevor? Because I was always an inconvenience to you. Something you could push aside and forget about. Well, you know what? No more. No more.
That's not true, Richard. I offered you a deal, and you turned me down.
You're absolutely right about wants and needs, Trevor. Because in my head, I know I gotta keep calm, but in my heart, I want to kick you right in your friggin' teeth.
Yeah, Richie, it's counterproductive. Look, the bottom line is, sign the deeds. Mariana's freedom. Or I am going to see to it that the police
You know
get
what?
the information.
I don't think you know Mariana at all. I don't think you got anything on her at all. I'm calling your bluff.
Okay, Richie, please tell me that you are not this naive. Who do you think? Come on. Who do you think arranged that you would meet your little waitress?
I thought you were finished running.
I'm here, aren't I?
Well, when you're not hiding behind your work.
Sonny, that's not what
Listen, can you just... Hey, did I promise you or did I not promise you that you were never going to hurt again because of me? You know how hard it was for me to go to the Zakaras and make a truce? I did it for you. I did it for my children because I don't want either of you living in fear.
Does the thought of a mob war scare me? Yes, Sonny, but not enough to give you up. Look, I'm trying to make peace with the fact that I'm in love with a man who leads a very dangerous life, but that doesn't mean that mine has to stop because of it.
But I don't want you using that to pull away.
Sonny, you mean more to me than you will ever know. But it just so happens my career does too. Seeing Maxie today, the passion that she has, it brought it all back home for me.
I'm not asking you to make a choice, Kate.
Good. Good, because as far as I'm concerned, there is room for both. And I just hope that you can treat my commitments with the same respect that I treat yours.
If your biggest concern is what model you're going to put on your first cover, then, you know, I'm a happy man. Because the sooner things around here get back to normal, the better it is for everyone, especially my kids.
Wow, this is awesome present. So thoughtful of you guys.
See, it looks in the nursery.
Hey, you know what, Michael? That can wait. But your homework can't.
Jax is right. You know, you gotta get your homework done. It's been a while.
I've been a little busy, Mom.
Michael.
I'm going.
And the only place you're going, my little friend, is straight upstairs for a bath because you are covered in ice cream.
Come on, Morgan, let's get you cleaned up, buddy.
Thought you were staying home today.
I'm feeling a lot better.
Oh, yeah, sure looks like it.
Well, gee, thank you.
Robin, you should be lying down or something.
It's just nausea, it'll pass.
Oh, really? You've been throwing up for 15 hours. That's not normal.
I'm pregnant. There's nothing normal about that.
You know what? Go home. Get some rest. You're in no condition to work.
No, I'm not gonna let a little nausea keep me from doing my job.
Weren't you released today?
I had a checkup with Dr. Devlin. He said there was some insurance papers I had to fill out.
Yeah, here.
Oh, yeah, that's a health hazard. No, my brother's not touching that. You just bled all over.
Okay, first of all, it's a paper cut. Second of all, my viral load is practically undetectable, which means that your brother...
You know what? Don't waste your breath. She's a bigot.
You know what? I'm not gonna apologize for protecting my brother's health. That's ridiculous. Excuse me. Hi. It's all dark and dangerous. What are you doing here?
None of your business.
You know, we might have some business very soon.
think is awful.
And dangerous. It'd be a good idea if you steer clear of her.
So, Joe,
We have to talk to you both about the baby.
why? Is something wrong?
The baby stopped growing in my tummy. And because she was too small to be born, she just went to live with the angels in heaven.
I'm so sorry, Mom.
It wasn't your fault.
Yes,
It wasn't your fault.
Yes, it is. If you hadn't come to pick me up, the baby would be fine.
That's not true. That's not true because the doctor said that sometimes these things just happen. And there was nothing we could have done to prevent this, okay?
Your mom and I were really sad about not having a baby, but we're also grateful for you guys. And we're really lucky that we've got two wonderful boys who are both healthy and strong.
Would it help if you had another baby?
John, are you okay? Because you haven't said 2 words to me since we left the hospital.
Well, you said enough for both of us there.
You know, please tell me you're not that guy. Tell me that you did not turn into that politically correct guy who gets offended every time someone speaks their mind. That doctor had HIV. I didn't want her bleeding all over the place, exposing us to it.
It was a paper cut, Claudia.
You know what? We went in there to get some stitches checked. It's not too much to ask that we walk out without contracting a life-threatening disease.
You know what? What happened with the doctor isn't even my problem. I'm more concerned about what you said to Jason Morgan. Just exactly what kind of business do you plan on conducting with Sonny's enforcer?
Your mother hit her head on the steering wheel, and she has a concussion, so we admitted her for the night.
So she's okay?
That bump on her head is the least of your mother's problems. The paramedics brought her in with a blood alcohol level of 3 times the legal limit. The police already started to ask questions.
Okay, thank you.
Jason.
Hospital call told me you've been in an accident.
I guess so. I don't really remember much.
It's because you blacked out, Monica. I mean, you could have killed yourself. You could have killed somebody else. It has to stop. You need to get some help. And if you don't, I'm gonna have to tell the police everything I know so you do get help.
No, Jason, please. Please don't. I want to tell them myself.
You'll say anything to mess with my head. How could you say something so blatant and so hurtful?
Come on, Richie. Accept it. I did it. I paid Mariana to work you. Hell, I even paid her to meet you.
No. No, there's no way. Now, there's no way you would have known her. There's no way by the time I got to Martha's Vineyard.
Oh, yeah, Richie, I knew that you would go straight back to Martha's Vineyard because that's where your obsession with your mother began. When Sonny pushed her down the stairs and ruined all our lives.
You're the one who ruined us.
You see?
You forced a mother to choose between her children?
You can't come away from it, can you? You blame Sonny. You blame me. You even blame your mother.
Who am I supposed to blame, Dad? Huh? I wasn't even born yet.
Richard, I was the loser. I swear to God. I loved your mother. I would have done anything for her. She walked out on me and left me with only you.
Yeah, the perpetual scapegoat.
You're so easy to press your buttons. All I had to do was hire some pretty girl and pay her to listen to all of your outrage against me. The trust funds, the college educations that I got you, so that you could turn aside all the opportunities that you had in order to obsess about my tragedy. It wasn't yours. You caused this yourself, Richie.
I have not set such a good example for my children. They spent their whole life surrounded by guards with guns.
That can't be easy to explain to a curious child.
Well, Michael's past the point of asking questions. He's trying to figure it out on his own. What he doesn't understand is that being a coffee importer isn't just a front. It's a legitimate business without guns, without violence.
Well, now that the Zakaras have agreed to make a truce, it's going to give you a lot of time to spend with Michael, right? I don't know. Maybe you'll do so well in the coffee business, you can get out of organized crime altogether.
Maybe. I just don't know how.
I guess I've really never been very good at being alone. When Ellen died, I had Emily, and she had the strength for both of us. She kept me together, literally. And then when I lost her, I really didn't know how I was going to do it alone.
You don't have to. You could let me help.
I was on my way to Emily's grave when the accident happened.
What do you remember?
Only that I was way too drunk to have been behind the wheel of a car. That I know. And the paramedics then told me that I had smashed through a guardrail. And it was at that moment that I realized just how selfish and how hypocritical I am. AJ drove into a tree a long time ago, and he changed your life forever. And I never, ever stopped blaming him for taking you away from me. And here I am. I mean, I'm doing the same thing, only I'm just doing it to myself. Oh my God. Emily and Ellen would definitely be disappointed with me.
Man, they loved you. They loved you so much.
And I should be honoring their memory. Instead of just wasting what is the rest of my life.
Yeah, it's not too late to turn that around. I'll let you get some rest.
Jason, no matter what has been said in anger, you are my son. And I love you very much.
You got to Mariana after I met her, right? Probably through that pig Randy.
Richie, you always do this. You make up stories because you can't face the truth. Look at it. I found Mariana, and I put her onto you. You want to feel better about it? Yeah. She welched halfway through the deal because you were being so nice to her.
Do you comprehend how wrong you were? Don't you see that you took advantage of Mariana's situation? She was trapped in this country, Dad. She was forced to work for Randy and do whatever else he wanted her to do. And then you took it one step further and you pushed her into a staged romance with a perfect stranger. All right, let me see if I can get this right. Mariana was supposed to manipulate me into taking ownership of the property, and then she was supposed to convince me to sign that property over to you, right?
And she only got the job half done.
Yeah, but then she turned on you, didn't she, Trevor? Right, because I got her a green card, and then you no longer had leverage against her. So what'd you do? What'd you do? Did you pay Randy to come to town? Huh? Was that your only way to get her back under your thumb?
Randy, you see, was an idiot. It wasn't difficult to get him here.
Yeah, but he's even easier to kill, though, isn't he? And then what? Did you get somebody to pull their prints off of a glass and then place him on the murder weapon?
Richie, that is a paranoid fantasy, and it will not stand up in
No, it's
court.
not that. It's Occam's razor. In the absence of conflicting evidence, the simplest solution has got to be true.
No. There's my son. Look how brilliant you can be if you just get out of your own way.
You're actually proud of yourself for this, aren't you?
I did what I had to do. Now it's your turn. Come on, sign the paper. Unless you really want Mariana to pay for lying to you.
Jason may work for Sonny, but he has a mind of his own. And from what I can tell, he has a really good business sense. I think we should capitalize on that.
If you're thinking of playing the two off each other, think again. Morgan can't be bought.
Who said anything about money? No, the way you get to a man like Jason is by convincing him that we have shared goals, mutual interests, as well as enemies.
Can't be easily convinced either.
Yeah, well, I'm very persuasive.
So what's the plan?
I have something in mind, but why don't you let me deal with that? And if it works out, I will let you know.
You know, you're sounding less and less like you're here to help and more like you're taking charge.
John, I'm doing this for you. You know that.
Trevor doesn't seem to think so.
Trevor is a lying worm. He's been standing in Daddy's shadow for years, playing the part of faithful attorney. But you know what? Given the opportunity, he will take everything that belongs to you. And I'm here to make sure that doesn't happen.
Still waiting for those scans from the skydiver in 602.
Do I look like radiology to you?
Can you call him and find out what's taking so long? Please.
Well, since you asked so nicely.
I want some crackers.
They're in Mommy's bag. You'll have to wait a sec.
I'm hungry now.
Brian, I said wait. Brian!
Oh, hey, you need some hands?
Oh, that'd be great. Brian, stop it.
How's it going down there?
1 sec. I just need to find Brian's crackers.
Yeah. Epiphany, a little help here, please.
I've got my hands full, and it looks like you do too.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you doing? You could have gave me a little help there.
Have you ever held a baby before?
That's not the point. You were deliberately torturing me.
Okay, maybe a little. But don't worry, I'm not gonna ask you to hold this baby when it's born. Wouldn't want you to drop it.
She's a little old for you, don't you think?
How long have you been out here?
Long enough to know that woman in there means a lot to you. Who's she?
It's my mother.
Really? Your mother? I never would have guessed mob enforcer mama's boy. She must be very proud of you. Let's go ask her.
Don't even think about going near that room.
Hey, I'm kidding. It's a joke. Relax. I'm not here to terrorize your mother. I have a proposition for you.
Not interested.
Okay, maybe you didn't hear, but Sonny came by our house today and he was looking for a truce, which we agreed to, and I have the perfect idea to cement our new alliance.
You know, I wish I were just a little more or less like you, Dad. I mean, a little more like you. I probably wouldn't feel any guilt or remorse. I wouldn't have second thoughts. I mean, if I was a little bit more like you, I would have taken those Pierce from Sky the second that you gave them to me. That way I could be holding them over your head right now. Threatening to sell them to Sonny, because I got to admit, that's a really interesting option right now. But you see, then there's Mariana. And she doesn't deserve that. She doesn't deserve to have her life used as a bargaining chip or to be sent to prison. Oh, boy, if I was a little less like you, I could sign those precious canneries over to you and I could be done with all of it. I could really feel good that I actually met Mariana. No matter what part you played in it, I could walk away from all of this and I could be happy.
Sign the deeds, Richie. Everybody wins.
Yeah. What about the evidence against Mariana?
Goes away.
Until you need to hold something else over my head, right? Until you want something else from me.
There was never much from you that I wanted. And I never asked you for anything. Except these piers. And I plan to pay you handsomely.
Well, 15 cents on the dollar?
30. I'm feeling generous.
Burning hell.
Richard. Oh, God. I swear I enjoy living down here with you and everybody else in Port Charles. But don't be bitter, son. After all, you get the girl.
Hey, you want to grab dinner or something? I can call Mr. Zhang's and see if we can get a table.
Oh, no, thank you. I think I'll stick to dry toast and ginger ale.
Right. Listen, about what you said earlier about not having to hold the baby, I don't want you to think that it's not, that I wouldn't want to, you know.
Listen, if the day comes that you want to hold this child, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. I'm glad this child is yours, but don't worry, I'm not going to ask you for anything else. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
For what?
For making everything okay with the boys.
Yeah. I wish that I could make everything okay for you.
What are you talking about?
This was my fault.
No, what do you mean?
Dr. Lee said that you should avoid stress.
Oh, Jack.
No, seriously, you were recovering from hypothermia. I could have picked a better time to go off on you about Michael.
Women miscarry. They do, and that's why doctors tell them to not tell anyone until they're further along. And if I would have listened, I wouldn't have gotten the boys' hopes up about a baby that wasn't meant to be.
Doesn't make the loss any easier, does it?
I'm sorry. I know how badly you wanted this baby.
You wanted her to. Now she's gone.
We're gonna get through this, you know. It's not always gonna hurt this much.
I know.
What's so important you couldn't tell me over the phone, Rick?
I signed over Alcazar's properties to my father tonight.
Gotta hand it to you, Rick. You waited a long time to get back at me. You know, you tried it every different way and things didn't work out. So the day that I make a truce with the Sakaras, you team up with Trevor to blow it all to hell. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Sonny, for once, this had nothing to do with getting...
Yeah, you know it does. Because, you know, you know how important those peers were to me. I even asked you to buy you out, and you refused. You told me some story about cleaning up the waterfront. Am I right? Right. And then, as soon as my back is turned, you team up with Trevor.
I don't want to help my father, okay? The man is a selfish, twisted bastard. He doesn't give a damn about me or anybody else. I have every reason in the world to hate him.
Well, you hate me more than you hate him.
No, I did. What did it get me, huh? Nothing. What? walked around with all that anger and resentment for years. It cost me more than I could have imagined. It cost me my marriages, my family. I won't and I can't let my father's obsession with you rule my life for one more day, Sonny.
It's very noble. But I'm not sure I can believe it. Because you just gave Trevor some serious leverage against me.
Well, I'm sure you'll find a way to turn things around. At least I hope you will.
Trevor has gone from minor annoyance to a major threat. He's been causing problems in my family for years, and now he's trying to use my business to bring down Sonny.
Okay. Why do you care about what happens to Sonny?
I care what happens to Johnny. I care about my brother. My brother and Sonny agreed to a truce. In order for that to work out, Trevor's gonna have to be taken care of. And I'm promising you that no one from the Zakara organization will lift a finger to retaliate. Matter of fact, we'd see it as a sign of good faith. When you're serious about keeping the peace, Trevor Lansing has to die. And you have the expertise to kill him, and I would be eternally, eternally grateful.